What's up, guys? BC Amplified coming at you. You hear that sound? That's a fresh Starbucks being brewed, awaiting its finishing touches. So we'll take that from the coffee bar in just a moment. But you guys see the thumbnail. You see the headline. There's no use bullshitting or beating around the bush or sugarcoating anything. This is one of those situations where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. One of those situations where you try to help out and you end up getting burned in the process. When AEW started, I truly felt they were one of the last hopes, last options to really knock Vince McMahon upside down, wake him up, and make him see that WWE has been so bad for so long. And you get a company like AEW with this dude with all the money in the world, it seems, and the passion for pro wrestling to get the job done. And even though I kind of have a policy, I don't like to cover a company that's not bringing in at least 1 million in viewership on a weekly TV show. I still felt that AEW needed that support right from the jump. And so I was going to offer it. And that's exactly what I did. And I advocated from the jump through all their struggles. I told my amplified unit, I told anybody that would listen, give them a chance. I know you're conditioned to just watch WWE and WWE's way of doing things, which has been asked backwards for years. So I said, just give AEW a chance. I'll be right here calling it down the middle. All of the good, all of the bad, all of the ugly. But just give it a chance. And I truly feel like while their consistency wasn't always there, I truly felt that 9 times out of 10, they were putting on good shows, far from bad. And I saw pretty quickly that there was this tribalism going on with a lot of fans. Tribalism, whether you're flying the flag of WWE or flying the flag of AEW, there was tribalism. But I would critique harshly WWE, and I would find that a lot of their tribalism came from kids, young kids, and they refuse to believe that anything is bad in WWE. What I came to find out covering AEW is the tribalism is actually that 18 to 49 demo. They refuse to believe that AEW does any wrong, anything bad, or should be critiqued negatively in any way. And it was really weird, because it would be things that absolutely should at least be a discussion, even if you don't agree. Things like Keith Lee should be booked better than just being in a tag team with Swerve Scott, with a corny catchphrase like, "Swerve in our glory." It's Keith Lee. This is the guy who was butting heads with Roman Reigns, and we said we need to investigate that further, but Vince never wanted to touch on it. Or was butting heads with Brock Lesnar on one occasion, and that was it. And we said, this is Keith Lee. You don't wait on a guy like Keith Lee. You strike while the iron is hot, while the momentum is sitting in your lap. And he's swerving in our glory. So BC just calls this out as a discussion. Even if you don't agree, you at least have to see there's a discussion to be had, right? Aleister Black, Malachi Black. We said he deserves better over in WWE, his NXT type of booking. He goes over to AEW, and many weeks he's not even on the show. In the weeks that he is, mostly it's like a 30-second backstage interview. And I beg the question, can we book House of Black? Can we book Malachi a little better, a little stronger? It begs the question, right? I mean, so many weeks he's been booked better in NXT than he is now in AEW. Quick pause for a coffee break, man. I gotta put the finishing touches on the Starbucks. But what about Thunder Rosa? Another big talking point in the community that has to be had. Right? At one point, by so many, anointed the next big thing in women's wrestling. But what we're viewing is a very rough title reign. And it started when Thunder Rosa first arrived in AEW, and the rough matches that she's had with Evilise and not selling with one another. Those were red flags, concerning. And I can't say that she's improved that much, if at all. We're still seeing mediocre, subpar matches with Nyla Rose with the title on the line? Or how about the rough matches we just witnessed, a couple of them with Marina Shafir? So either Thunder Rosa is not very good, or Tony Khan is not booking her very good. But either way, it's either a bad or a double bad. And it has to be discussed. Wardlow versus CM Punk. When Wardlow delivered 8 or 9 Wardlow bombs to Punk, Wardlow took 0 offense, just delivered 8 or 9 Wardlow bombs. Punk jumped up to his feet to deliver a roll-up to a guy that took 0 offense. The size and stature of Wardlow. And Wardlow ate that roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Punk wins. If you're getting 8 Wardlow bombs, don't you think you'd be knocked out till next Wednesday? No, he jumps up to his feet. It's not even a roll-up while you're still on the mat, kind of dazed and confused. Punk jumps up to his feet and rolls up Wardlow. Now, BC I was the only one in the community to really stress how that cannot happen. I was the only one because everybody else wanted to kiss ass. And it just kind of took on a life of its own afterwards. It seemed like every week BC was the only one who was raising these alarming questions, raising the red flag. But it all stemmed from supporting AEW, right? I was the one, when they started, that told all of my audience, give them a chance. I will be here to critique it all. And I've never wavered from that. When AEW first started, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, they all said the same thing. We want to hear from you. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong. And that's exactly what I did, man. I stayed true. Why everybody else kisses ass. Very briefly, they'll go over some negatives, but very fast. Other than that, it's basically just praising, right? If you were to look on social media after every segment, you're probably going to see words like awesome, epic, phenomenal, banger. It's a banger. That's the new one that everybody likes to use with every fucking AEW match, when most of them don't even have a fucking story attached to it. But you're going to see all of these tribalists. You're going to see them praising the shit out of this thing, but you won't see BC doing it. Because I always wanted to be fair to my audience, because I felt not only does my audience deserve that, but AEW deserves it. Because I did feel that they were the best option we had to wake Vince McMahon up and start giving a fuck about WWE again. And it was AEW that was going to wake them up. I felt that way, so I had to be real with them. I had to raise the questions and raise the flags that nobody else in the community wanted to do, because they didn't want to get on Tony Khan's bad side, because what we heard is that they don't like that. They'll attempt to take you down if you try to fight the beast. Well, I was hoping that Tony Khan and AEW found respect in what BC was doing, because I was the only one to keep it that real 100 and not sugarcoat and not bullshit and not wave the flag of one company. But unfortunately, that all came to a head, and that is over as of today, because AEW has taken down my review from last week's Dynamite. And not just a copyright claim, which is just, hey, if you think there's any issue that's not under fair use law, you allow the content creator to take that content out. Right? Sometimes there's just a mistake. Sometimes people don't understand that it didn't qualify or constitute under fair use. So you allow the content creator to just take it out. No harm, no foul. Everybody goes along their way. That's what even musicians do, right? Record labels. If you accidentally use a song, or maybe on purpose, they give you a chance to take it out. Sometimes you may not even know that a song was played in the background because you were talking or having a discussion and a song was played. They allow you to take it out. That's what you do, man. You got to be cool, right? You don't want to be a fucking asshole, a douche. No, you know what AEW does? They just take it down. They take it down, and subsequently you get what's called a strike. And your channel is absolutely affected by that through grounds of illegal takedown activity. Because that's what this is. This video had 0 footage, audio, visuals, 0 content was copyrighted. And yet they illegally took that video down. The title was The Hardys Get Shredded by Christian on AEW Dynamite. It was BC praising Christian's promo that he cut on Matt and Jeff. Maybe they just perceived it to be in a bad light for AEW. The Hardys shredded by Christian. Maybe they heard some of my concerns, but most of that review was BC praising the show, Wardlow's performance, Christian's performance, and so much more. Yes, I critiqued it harshly as well at times. Red flags had to be addressed. Issues had to be addressed. And my audience even saw that, who are a lot of them diehard AEW fans. They said, yeah, BC, good call on that. BC, that does need to be fixed, man. Good call. I didn't even notice that. But I think this has been a long time in the making where they know who kisses their ass, and they know who calls it down the middle and actually critiques them. Like, no bullshit, no sugarcoating. Actual critiques them, and not just for a few seconds per topic, not for a minute or two. We really raise the questions and the concerns. And these fuckers actually did not even allow me the chance to take something out, which would have been a copyright claim. They didn't allow me to take it out. They just went for the takedown, so I don't even have a chance to take the material out. And you know why they did that? Because there was nothing to take out. The video was pristine, and I know this because BC had the Co-19 last week when we cut that video. My faithful viewers, man, who tune in tirelessly day in and day out, you guys know that all last week I had the Co-19, the Pandem-19. I was under the weather and still trying to give AEW the benefit of the doubt. I still tried to get eyeballs to AEW. I still tried to help them out, even though they do not consistently hit 1 million viewers every week. Not even close. They're like a roller coaster. They cannot keep viewers. But I still tried to help. And what do I get as a thank you? A big fuck you by Tony Khan. He hires this third-party organization to do the dirty work. And Tony Khan has given them full authorization to take down anyone and any entity in their path that might be speaking negatively about AEW and not kissing their ass. It is a shame that this is what we've come to. That somebody who is actually on board with AEW, somebody that was actually trying to help them out, somebody who has tirelessly told my audience to give them a chance, somebody who has done live streams, passionately calling out matches like Blood and Guts, enjoying it and trying to get people excited for AEW. That's all I've ever tried to do. And I get a fucking takedown, not even giving me a chance first to tell me what the fuck the issue actually was, and then on top of that, not giving me a chance to fix it. Just a takedown because they got all this power? Can you legally battle it? No doubt. It's a strike there. So once you go for a takedown and not just a claim, I can absolutely legally battle. Now here comes the thing is, are these fuckers even worth it? Absolutely not. They're not even hitting 1 million fucking viewers. They're not flawless like tribalists like to claim AEW is. They have a lot of holes in the game. They have a lot of things that need to be corrected and addressed. A lot of red flags in that company. But as long as the niche audience, the real tried and true tribalists of AEW, as long as they keep yelling, "This is awesome! Fight forever!" As long as they keep going on social media and saying every match is a banger and epic and flawless and everything they're doing is so perfect, they're never going to actually change. And the company is never going to truly grow. And deep down, isn't that what the tribalists want? They want something just for themselves. It's like a popular music band. When they start coming up with hits and they get bigger and bigger, those true fans, or what they call themselves at one point, true fans, they start to turn their backs on those bands, right? They start to call them sellouts because they just got too big. Are they sellouts or are they just getting success? Do you not want to see them get the uber amount of success that they deserve? BC always wanted to see AEW get uber success. Slap McMahon upside the dome piece on his way by WWE because I truly felt AEW had a true chance to bypass Vince McMahon in the ratings. It's like being on the highway And McMahon is in the left lane thinking he's cruising at a high rate of speed. Everybody else is in the slow lanes. But here comes somebody in the rear view. It's Tony fucking Khan. And he's coming up on Vince's ass. And Vince has two options. You can get the fuck out of the way, or Tony Khan and AEW are going to put you into the wall. I always use that analogy. I always stood by this company. And it is a sad day to know that they did not stand by BC. That they do not stand behind people that just want to call it down the middle and truly help. And sometimes that entails harsh critiques. But because I'm not one of the schmucks in the community that kisses ass, I'm the one who gets the takedowns. And that's fine. We can do the legal battle. We can do all that. Or you know what I can do? I could just pull the plug on AEW because it's just not worth it. To see how they do business. To see how fast and how just nonchalant, without any fucking heart, with just nothing but cold callous, they can claim something like that in a snap of a finger, blink of an eye, drop of a hat, and not give you a second look. To see how they conduct their business with people like content creators like BC Amplified and so many others when you do your research. It is so sad that that's how they conduct themselves, that I don't even want to be a part of that. To know that they can, again, there was no content that was copyrighted. It was all under fair use. And I say that because it wasn't even any visuals, videos, or recordings. It was just me, like this, talking about the show. You guys know what I'm talking about. Over 5,000 of you, before it was taken down, got to see it. It was just BC talking about it. So I don't even have to talk about fair use. It was just me talking about the show. How the fuck can they do that? Because they're a big name entity, man. They hired this site where that's just what they do. They hired this third-party organization. That's what they do. If they don't like what they hear, they turn it into a legal dispute. And they don't even give you a chance. They don't even give you a fair fucking chance to say, hey, wait, there was a mistake. So to know that they can just do that to anybody on any fucking video because they have the big legal team behind them, because they have all the lawyers, because the Tube has done business with them on so many occasions, they can just do this to anybody for any vid. BC was forced to take down all the AEW videos that were on the channel, man. I had my legal guy, I had a nice talk with him, and you know, he said it was best to cut ties if that's the way they're going to conduct business. And he's exactly right. And I had to go back into a log with some help, and we had to get rid of all the AEW vids because we're not going to play this game, man. I always tried to help AEW. I'm not here to play games, man, and get reprimanded for critiquing a fucking professional wrestling television show when I use no material at all. I'm not one of these channels that uses videos or recordings or fucking or pics to go over every segment and move. I'm not one of the... I literally do my videos just like this. And especially when I had the Co-19 to go out of my way to try to help AEW and cut a review. Breaking my own rule of not covering a company if they can't hit 1 million viewers. Last night I finally got to do an NXT. They barely hit 500,000. I never get to do an NXT review. I was actually able to do that live last night. It was pretty cool to do. But I do that so many times for AEW. Even if they're in the 800,000 category for viewership, I still try. I just can't believe that they would do something like that. I really hope. I can't, let me get a swig of coffee, man. I'm just baffled by the way that they conduct themselves. I'm just spewing off at this point. But, I can't support them anymore because they don't support us content creators. The truthful ones, the ones that really do call down the middle and are really trying to help, not just kiss ass and try to get a job. I can't do that anymore because it's et tu brute, you know? You could help them out, turn around, and just get stabbed in the back, man, and they totally fuck you over. They won't look at you twice. They just prove that. You know, it's sad when you can't trust them, so you had to take down all of the fucking AEW content. You could say what you want about World Wrestling Entertainment, and I've had battles with them in the past about certain things. One time they got pissed off because I put the fucking the face of Kurt Angle on Roman Reigns, and that was at a time where Vince McMahon did not like that. So WWE's legal department got in touch with the tube, and there was a whole thing there, and it got blocked in 16 countries. But even then, Vince McMahon did not take it down. No strikes, nothing like that. They didn't get too legal with it because that would have been a legal battle. Back then, I wasn't playing around either. So they blocked it in 16 countries, and that was it, man. And I was like, all right, dude, it's not even worth it then. I'll switch the fucking thumbnail then. That's all you gotta do. Just tell a person. Not a big deal, bro. It ain't that serious, dude. Unless your feelings are so much in a bunch, you're literally just one of those little bitches that are around today. There's just so many people that are just SAWFT, soft. They're all up in their feelings and emotions. And any little thing that you critique, they just start to cry. So I had to take down, if you guys are wondering, I had to take down all the AEW content on the channel because I just can't trust AEW. It's sad as fuck, man. So in turn, I can't even review them. It's literally them not allowing me to review them. They pretty much put the cuffs on BC, and I can't review AEW because you always got to kind of look over your shoulder and think, oh, is this going to be okay? Or are they going to fucking try to say that this makes them cry? This is too harsh. Dude, for any content creator out there, my advice to you is be careful when covering AEW. Unless you're kissing their ass, you should be fine. If you're seriously critiquing or anything like that, be careful. Because Tony Khan has given a green light to this third-party organization to do whatever they need to do by any means necessary to basically shut you up. And you know, if they thought that I was just going to enter this little fucking tit-for-tat type of thing, it's not going to happen, bro. That's not going down. I'm literally just going to stop covering you. So you think this is going to hurt BC? Fuck off. It's going to hurt you a lot more because now BC can't even cover you. So that's a lot of eyeballs, a lot of my people that are watching BC. We're not going to be excited for AEW. We're not going to give a shit because we're just not going to talk about you. And it's sad that it's come to that because I've always supported. I can't believe this is the way that Tony Khan conducts himself. I should have known. I should have seen the writing on the wall. The way he conducts himself in any other fucking manner, in every other scenario during the day. I should have known. But the fact that this has been happening way longer than this takedown copyright from BC, or to BC from Tony Khan's AEW, the fact that this has been happening since AEW has been around and Tony Khan refuses to change the way he conducts business, this tells you that the dude doesn't give a fuck. It's kiss his ass or you're a liability to him. It's a very, very bitch boy way to run business. It's pussification at the highest degree and levels. It's pathetic. It's obnoxious. It's sad that it's come to this. But your boy cannot possibly review AEW anymore because their goal is to just punish you for telling you the truth or telling them the truth. You know what I mean? I mean, that video was literally this. I had the code 19 and I just talked about the show. Not even visuals, not even pictures, nothing. I was talking about it under the weather. And maybe they just didn't like the title. Hardys get shredded by Christian. I don't think that's that fucking bad. And even if it was, why not just tell me to take the title down, right? You ain't got to go to that fucking extreme, dude. If you thought something was in the video and by mistake you put that under copyright, give the content creator a chance to say, oh, wait, this part right here that you highlighted, that's not copyright at all. That's still me. That's me talking, bro. I have every right to do that. I don't even have to talk about fair use. But even if I wanted to use photos and shit, even some recordings and even visuals of video, Most of that is still under fair use. I know everything about the fair use laws by now. I've been doing this long enough. So, guys, if you're wondering why there's not a lot, if any, AEW content going forward on the channel, that's not my decision. This decision was made by Tony Khan in the way he conducts business and trying to take down BC's videos under no admirable circumstance, unwarranted to the highest degree. And if he thought it was just going to be a little bit of a battle and I was going to say, dude, can you please do this and take it back? And then he was going to be like, okay, but be nice, because Tony has done that in the past. I'm not doing that. You fuck me over once, shame on you. You fuck me over twice, shame on me. I'm not going to give you the fucking second opportunity, bruh. Ain't going to happen. So this is one of those situations where it just sucks that it had to come to this, but AEW has taken it upon themselves to take down last week's review. Literally a strike to the channel, and they wouldn't even let me address the situation or try to take something out or rectify it unless we go full-blown legal, and they're not even worth my fucking time, to be honest. The AEW still consistently brings in some of the lowest fucking revenue. This is what I mean about I was helping out Tony Khan by trying to bring eyeballs to his product. It's the lowest revenue. It's always the lowest in viewership. Maybe the only thing lower would be NXT. They're not worth my fucking time. I tried to help. I got burned. That'll be the last fucking time. So Tony Khan, I'd tell you all the best, but I'd be fucking lying, bro. I'd be lying. I just hope that one day you end up knowing how to take criticism and understand that some people that are criticizing you the harshest, they're just trying to help you. I really hope that's the lesson I will teach you, Tony Khan. Just know that you just lost a good one in the community. I believe I was the only one to really critique AEW the way that it needed to be so that it could one day be a juggernaut. And you just lost that. Salute. My amplified unit. Sorry it came to this, bro. Who knows in the future if it can ever be rectified. But for now, AEW just does not want BC to call them out on anything, critique them. AEW made it clear. They just don't want me talking about them. So, hey, it's not worth the battle with this company. I'll say gracefully, you got it. BC, top guy, and I'm fucking out. Because if I was to keep going with this shit, I would tell myself, cut the shit, BC. Ain't worth it. My amp unit, sorry it had to come to this, but you can blame AEW for that. You can blame Tony Khan and the people he hires to do that shit, because it's not BC's call. I would absolutely be here tomorrow talking AEW with you. The company is no longer worth it to me. The company has proven time and time again how they conduct business is very childish. And I'm not going to have any part in that. Salute to my amp unit. Guess I'll see you for SmackDown this weekend. Till then, check you later.